Do you guys hate me? Alright, you know what? Maybe I'm being a little bit unfair to this game. After all, tons of people say the multiplayer is great, but then again, no one ever mentions the campaign. Ever. I remember 2011, the year this game came out. All throughout the year, this game was in constant competition and advertising with Activision's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. However, Modern Warfare 3 wasn't received particularly warmly by Call of Duty fans, but does that mean that Battlefield 3 is better? Well, it may still be a steaming pile of shit, but let's find out. Oh yeah, Electronic Arts published this game. You know Electronic Arts. EA? Twice voted worst company in America? We're in for some shit. Okay, I swear, I did not actually think this game was gonna start with the sound of shit. I was making shit jokes because I thought this game might actually be shit, but my god, I didn't think it'd start off with shit sounds. It's like the sounds I make whenever I'm expelling apple juice and processed cheese from my system. So now let's get started with the campaign, although I'm not too excited considering the warning signs that were brought up already, and... What? Disc 1 is multiplayer. My expectations have officially hit the fucking ground. You know the campaign probably is not worth a damn if they relegate it to the second disc. So you start off on a train shooting some terrorists. I think they're Russian or something. You're not really given any context, you're just running onto a train, you have some explosions, you steal some guns from the terrorists, and then you're about to get shot in the face, and then... Flashback. Turns out you were playing as Sergeant Blackburn, who in this flashback is being interrogated by Homeland Security because apparently he knows about a bomb threat or something. So can I just make a comment about his name? Blackburn? No, and it's not just his nickname, that's on his fucking BDU or whatever. I don't know what it's called, I'm not in the military. What the fuck kind of name is Blackburn? Where's Captain Red Flame? Or how about Corporal Brownwood?
Major Glory!
So Awesome McCool Name here tells the Homeland Security guys about his tour of duty in Afghan-Arakistan, Arabia. Or Iraq. It's in the Middle East. Honestly, beyond that, the only things I remember were a very on-rails jet mission, a sort of okay tank mission, and they discovered some nukes. Or a nuke. Or nukes were missing and there's a plot involving nukes. I'm serious, the plot is just that dull. There's not really anything going on, it's just so fucking generic. But beyond the story, how does the game actually play? Well, it's pretty alright. It's not terrible, it's not great, it's just sort of average to me. You can hold two weapons, you can switch between those two weapons, you can reload those weapons, you can throw grenades, you can fire your weapons, you can use a knife, and that's all you really need to know. Oh, and there are some turret sections and such, but they're very on rails, and they're exactly what you'd expect. I'm sorry I can't say too much more about the campaign, there's really not much else to say. You basically just go down hallways, or the equivalent thereof, and you shoot some people. You go into another area, you shoot more people. You go into another area, throw a grenade, and then shoot more people. Honestly, Battlefield 3's campaign is just boring. There's not much really happening, and what there is, it's just generic modern military plot with some nukes thrown in because, you know, in case of boring plot, break in the nukes. But how does the multiplayer fare? Well, let's take it. Anyway, whereas the campaign for Battlefield 3 was a total bore, the multiplayer, especially with friends, can be a ton of fun. There are 4 classes in multiplayer: Medic, Engineer, Support, and Recon. Medic usually uses assault rifles, provides health packs, and uses a defibrillator to bring back dead players. Engineer has RPGs, SMGs, and a repair torch in order to repair vehicles. Support uses LMGs and also brings out ammo packs. And Recon is the sniper class, but sniping in this game is ridiculous. I don't have footage of it, but if you plan to snipe, you have to take into account some insane bullet drop. There's also a squad system where you and 3 other players get to join up and spawn off of each other whenever you die. If you get 3 friends, then this is really a ton of fun. One of the only major complaints I have mainly stems from players. Whenever you die in the heat of a big firefight, there's always going to be that one medic who revives everyone in spite of the fact that there's still a ton of enemies that will kill the people they revive as soon as they get up, if not before they have a chance to get up. Other than that though, if you have 3 other friends that have Battlefield 3, then it's pretty damn good. And if you are going to play Battlefield 3's multiplayer, pick up the Premium Edition so that way you get all the content. If you don't, then you're going to have to end up paying $50 to get a bunch of DLC. And if you don't get Premium, you're left at a disadvantage. There are certain weapons you won't be able to get, and they're pretty damn good weapons. And it's only because you're not willing to cough up an extra $50. EA really did some shady business around this point. Battlefield 3's Premium, Battlefield 4's Premium, and Battlefield Hardline's Premium are the results of that. Paying $50 up front for DLC that may or may not even get made, may or may not even be good, and gives you a slight edge over the competition, that is a bunch of bullshit. Who are you?
I am Peter Moore, Chief Operating Officer of Electronic Arts.
Oh. Hi.
Silence! It has come to my attention that you take issue with the way in which we conduct our business.
Well, of course I have problems with your business practices. You've been voted worst company in America 2 years in a row. And it certainly doesn't help that you're constantly exploiting customers with your Battlefield games with this premium shit.
Making video games today is incredibly expensive. We are merely trying to turn a profit, as is the end goal of any business.
Yeah, but is it really worth fucking over your loyal customers for another $1? Are you that greedy?
You misunderstand our goal. We are merely giving the consumer what they want. Say, you just started doing the show, didn't you, boy?
Well, yeah, this is a show where I review games that I haven't completed. This is only the 2nd episode. I reviewed Battlefield 3 by viewer request.
Well then, I will force you to play more of our games as punishment for your insolence!
Well, that doesn't really sound so bad. I mean, Electronic Arts put out some decent games.
From 2007 onwards! Dragon Age 2.
No!
SimCity with always online DRM in place.
No!
Madden NFL games that are just yearly roster updates.
No!
Mass Effect 3!
Actually, I didn't mind Mass Effect 3.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was an okay ending. I mean, the extended cut helped, but I didn't think that much outrage was entirely necessary. You could have done better.
Oh, well then, feel the power of Electronic Arts!
Cold. Growing cold. bad games. Wait. There is one game in my backlog that I've heard tremendous things about. Peter Moore, I accept your challenge. And for the first game in said challenge, I will be playing Dead Space.
Ah, so you enjoy horror games.
No, I'm not a horror fan, but I've heard great things about this game, and I'm willing to give it a shot. Just to stick it to you right in the ass.
Once Dead Space has broken you, I will gladly take you as my puppet. I await your review.